So Arsenal nil, Newcastle nil. What can we say about that game? Before we get into talking about that game, make sure you are smashing the likes through the roof. Kenny, Jez, Matt, and Brandon will be dropping fan cams on this channel straight after these. So make sure you keep tuned for them. Big up to everybody who joined the watch along as well. Watching me on a non-tipsy watch along. It's not a tipsy fan cam tonight. I'm actually on the water. I've done about 12 litres of water today. I'm feeling drained. I can't lie. Maybe it is the water. Maybe it was watching that because that game was not great, was it? And we're going to get into that. But make sure you do also check out my second channel. The link is in the description. Go and sub to that, nearly on 7K as well. So thank you very much. But people will be sitting there this evening saying, we were robbed. We were robbed. Okay, right at the death, cool. Should have been a penalty. The guy's arms out here. His hands up like this. It's him here. Should be a penalty. 100% agree. 100% agree. But go to one before that. Gabriel Magalhaes is having his shirt literally ripped off his back. Martin Odegaard got booked in the first half for barely touching. I think it was Joel Linton's shirt. Barely touching him. Got booked for that. Okay, so if that's a booking then, mate, just because that's past the D into the 18-yard box, how comes that's not a booking and a penalty then? Somebody needs to have serious words on that. And I'm not one for crying and moaning and all of this and that, yeah? I'm not about referees. I genuinely don't sit there and care who the referee is that referees an Arsenal game. Arsenal fans are, oh, we've got this ref, he hates us. They don't hate us. They genuinely don't. They're just incompetent. The same as VAR, incompetent. And everyone's going to be crying about it and whatever. But yes, should have had 2 penalties. Did we deserve to win the game? No. Let's go back to the earlier part of the season where Gabriel Magalhaes should have given a handball away against Crystal Palace. Wasn't given. Against Liverpool, wasn't given. Against Fulham, what did he do in that game? He done something dumb in that game. Wasn't given. So Saliba's done a few this season as well that have been a bit moody. But it evens itself out. So whilst everyone's clickbaiting their titles and, oh, we were robbed to get all the traction they can get, well done to you lot. Cool. I'm not going to sit there and do all of that. Yes, we should have had 2 penalties. Am I crying about it? No. We've extended the lead at the top by 1 point. How about focus on that? Before that, we started that game off like a house on fire. I'm sitting there licking my chops. I'm like, yo, we've got 8 bottles of water sat in front of us, Gunner. Let's go. Let's go. Cheers, guys. Don't really have the same effect with a bottle of water as it does with a Suave. But it is what it is. Started the game so quick. 5 shots in the first 5 minutes. 1 on target. That was our only shot on target, by the way, up until half-time. All the way through the rest of that half, we never had a shot on target. Tonight, it wasn't... Listen, there was a whole host of things you could say went bad tonight. We can start off with, for me, my opinion on it, the starting 11. I'm sick and tired of seeing Zinchenko, as soon as he's fit, straight back in the team. What have you done to win your place back? Kieran Tierney was superb. But now you're putting him straight back in. Okay, cool. Okay, sweet. Well, why didn't we see Tierney at all tonight? The game was crying out for somebody to overlap and cross a ball in, and my man's plotting up at number 10 outside the box. So you go, okay, well, Arteta's told him to do that. Sweet. No drama with that whatsoever. It's worked so far this season, whether he's played or Tierney, whoever. Cool. No drama whatsoever. Cool. Then we can go to the fact that we kept slipping over. Like, is nobody checking their studs? Did we not check them at half-time? Did we not say, actually, pitch is a little bit wet. It's hammering down with rain. I keep slipping. Maybe I should go with boots that have slightly longer studs. No, we didn't do that. Okay. So then what we do is we'll come back out in the second half. We'll start pretty quick again, not really get a goal, not do anything. Just nice, direct, trying. But then it comes to substitution time, and Eddie Howe made 2, not 1, 2 before us. 2. Yeah, but Lee, the bench is weak. The bench has been weak all season. The bench has been weak since the season started. I've been telling you all this when you were all giving it 10 out of 10 for a transfer window in the summer. I've been telling everyone this. Yeah. Oh, but the bench is so poor. We couldn't bring them. Reece Nelson's injured. Smith Rowe's injured. Okay, cool. Could we not bring Fabio Vieira on them? What about bringing on Kieran Tierney? Could we not bring Kieran Tierney on? No? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a right back off for a right back. We won't, however, bring on any other subs for the rest of the game. Even though we're chasing the game at home, we need to win to go 10 points clear of Manchester City, who play later this week against Chelsea. That's a kind of in the balance game. They're not playing great, either of them. And people are sitting going, oh, you're being negative. You're being negative. I've been very positive all season because this football club has started to do what I've wanted it to do for a long, long time, to the point where I was marching down roads around that stadium trying to get the standards raised. Then I'm getting people coming in my chat and in here in the comment section. I'm sure there'll be loads. You need to apologize to Arteta. You're so negative and toxic, yet you all come rolling back. I don't need to apologize to anyone. My standards have always been up here. Compete. That is why we smashed the stadium down. Now, I'm not going to go on a mad rant. That was a good game of football for 25 minutes. It was end to end without them having really any real quality. Yeah, but they were trying, they were having a go, which made it a good spectacle. The referee then stop, start up until half time. Second half, when you're chasing a game, he's looking to the bench going, don't really fancy Marquinhos. Well, why did we buy him then? Why is he still sat on the bench? Why haven't we loaned him out? Because if you don't fancy him to come on, mate, and change the game, why is he there? If you don't fancy Fabio Vieira to come on, why is he there? We're at home against Newcastle, a team who have not beaten us since 2010 at our ground in the league. Make some changes, my friend. He's been brilliant, Arteta, this season, but that'll get lost in translation because somebody just clipped the beginning bit. He's been brilliant this season. Granit Xhaka and Odegaard have been brilliant this season. What were they doing tonight? What were they doing? I didn't even know Odegaard was on the pitch in the second half. I genuinely did not know he was on the pitch. And this is my doubt with that guy. When he plays well, I'll say he's been brilliant. And I'll say, because normally when he plays well, he is brilliant. As soon as he comes up against a half-decent team, Gibraltar again. And this is, listen, we're 8 points clear at the top of the table. Let's not go into full meltdown, Lee, yeah? Cool, great. But, let me tell you something now. Juventus showed them the blueprint on how to play against us a few weeks ago. I said that on a watch-along. I said it on fan cams and stuff like that. If you want to come to the Emirates and play football against Arsenal, they'll rip you a new one. What did we do for 20 minutes? Ripped them a new one. So they just went, okay, well, they ain't scored. We got away with that, lads. Let's just sit back and block and mark and pull and kick and fall over and this and that, which is exactly what they did. And we had no answers to that. That's not the ref's fault. That is Mikel Arteta's fault. That is the player's fault. Yes, you can blame a ref for not giving a penalty. Then you can blame VAR for not overturning his decision. You can do that twice in this game because the Gabriel one nailed on 1 billion% was a penalty. He tried ripping his shirt off. That was given when it was just a pull like that, when Odegaard I think it was Joel Linton. I may be wrong. He got booked for that. So why is that not a booking? You can ask all these questions. But the fact and reality is we did not deserve to win that game. Round of applause for all of them fans that have travelled for Newcastle. Because I believe there's a train strikes and tube strikes. They got about a 10-hour coach journey back to Newcastle. Like, fair play to Newcastle, man. Them fans deserve success. Yeah, and they're getting semi-success now. Obviously, the aim is to win trophies. I believe they'll win trophies in the future. They deserve it. Yeah, they deserve it. They're a top bunch of fans. For me, it's the best away day, along with Crystal Palace as well, by the way. Yeah, them two clubs for me are always my favourite away days when I used to go. But you can't sit there and tell me, oh, we were robbed. We should have had a pen. Yeah, we should have had a pen. Okay, but what were we doing for the other 95 minutes? What were we doing? Windscreen wipers. That's all we were doing. Windscreen wipers. Sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards. That was it. Windscreen wiper football tonight. And that weren't good enough. We're at home. We're supposed to be in the ascendancy. I don't care how good Newcastle are. I genuinely don't care how good they are. We're at home. You don't just bring on Ben White. Take off Ben White for Tomiyasu. Throw the kitchen sink at it, mate. Yeah, throw the kitchen sink at it. And that was a missed opportunity tonight to go 10 points clear. And I feel that could come back at us at some point because, tell you now, if Man City do beat Chelsea, it's 5 points. If they then beat us twice, they're above us. That was a big, big, big big opportunity to keep that gap, even if they did beat us. I don't think they will beat us twice based on what we've done so far. But who knows when we come around to play them twice in a couple of months? You don't know what form's going to be like and injuries and stuff like that. That was a missed opportunity tonight. Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm fuming because I ain't fuming. I'm not going to blame a ref. It was a mix of the ref, VAR, Arteta, the players. Just, it was kind of like lackadaisical. Just, we're on a walkabout. We're top of the table. You need to respect us. But big up to Newcastle, man. They fully deserved their point. They got their point. What more can we say? You can cry about referees all you like. Go back to the very start of the season. We got away with a lot. A lot. Yeah, go back and look at the Palace game. Go back and have a look at the Liverpool game. We got away with quite a bit this season. So let's not be out here all crying like a bunch of little babies. Oh, VAR and all of this. Yeah, say it, acknowledge it. Don't make that the main reason we didn't win that football match tonight, because it ain't. Yeah, there's no guarantee we would have scored the penalty anyway. So it's all if buts and maybes, isn't it? But listen, big up to all of you lot, man. We're out of here. Later.